Welcome to the online practical sessions of the manufacturing processes. In today's video, we will be discussing about the radial drilling machine. So in today's aim, what will be the aim? That is to generate the hole in the workpiece with the help of the radial drilling machine. So which are the apparatus used for this particular operation or the aim? The first one is the radial drilling machine itself. This is the machine on which we are going to do or we are going to perform our experiment. This is your radial drilling machine. The second part, which is our drilling tool, the tool which is used for the drilling purposes, which is located over here, that is your drilling tool. Material, which material is required? The workpiece is required on which you want to generate the hole. That particular workpiece is required. The workpiece can be of anything, wooden, metal, any metal you can take, so that workpiece can be of the anyone. So because this is a heavy duty machine, you can generate a hole in any type of the material. So now let us discuss the principle on which this radial drilling machine works. So the first major principle, that is the drill is fitted in the drill chuck. There is a chuck in which with the help of the key we are going to fit a properly drill tool onto the chuck. Now comes the drill. The drill tool is made up of a very harder material. Why? Because it is what we require from the drill, we require to generate the hole. So lots of hard material is required. So they are made up of the high speed steel, or you can go for the high carbon steel, carbide material, any type of such material, hard material we can use for the manufacturing of the tool. So drill is made up of the harder material which is fed against the workpiece. We are feeding the tool against the workpiece. Which workpiece? Stationary workpiece. With the help of the hand or a power. By movement of the hand, we can move your drill towards the workpiece, or by the power generation also, we can move our drill towards the workpiece. Whenever it touches, what will happen? During the operation, the material is removed in the form of the chips. And during the operation, what will happen? As the friction will be generated, there is a high amount of heat which is also generated. So whenever you are going for the drilling purpose of any of the metal, coolant is required. Why? Because what will happen? Maximum heat is generated during the metal and tool interaction. So coolant is required during the drilling of any of the metal. If you are going for the wooden material, then it's okay, you don't require the coolant, but for the metal you require it. So over here you can see over here there is a chuck which is there. So the chuck material which is there over here, this is your chuck material in which your tool is fitted. This tool, with the help of the hand movement, where it will come? It will come down. This drill is allowed to rotate at a very high speed, and whenever you insert it, what will happen? This drill tool will come down and the chips will be formed and material will be removed. From this helix, it will come out of the material. So this is the basic principle of the drilling operations. So now let us see the different parts of this radial drilling machine. So these are the schematic diagram of your radial drilling machine. The first main part which comes, that is the base. The first main part, that is the base of the material. So the base is made up of the grey cast iron casting, which is having a thing, that is what is the requirement of the base? The whole load of the drilling machine is on the base of the thing. So the base absorbs the load and also absorbs the vibrations of this particular machine. The second comes the column thing. This is the vertical column which is placed on the base. Why this column is required? This column is required for this third one, that is your radial arm. Your radial arm is located on your column. And on the column, we can move this radial arm in the vertical direction with the help of this motor. You can move up and down, adjust the level with the help of this motor, and your radial arm will move in the vertical direction. So the third part, that is the radial arm. Fourth one, that is your drill head is there. What is the use of this drill head? Drill head over here can move on the radial arm. This drill head, we can adjust it in the horizontal direction. We can move this thing with the help of the lever or the hand rotating wheel. We can adjust the drill head on this radial arm. So the second movement on the drilling machine can be given with the help of this drill head. So now comes this motor, second motor, which is used to rotate this spindle over here. When we start this motor, what will happen? It will rotate the spindle and then the drill is rotated at a very high speed. On the base, the second part which is there, that is the table. The table is located on the base of the material. So now on this table, this is the machine on which the table is directly located on the base. And over here you can place your workpiece for the drilling purpose. So any heavy duty workpiece can be inserted over the table, and by adjusting it you can go for the drilling purpose. The third part, the third major motion, that is of the circular motion, can be done. This radial arm can be moved in 360 direction. In any direction you can move your radial arm with the help of this thing. So this machine gives you three types of the motion: horizontal adjustment, vertical adjustment, and the third one, that is the radial adjustment. So these are the parts of the radial drilling machine, and now we will be seeing these parts actually on the machine, which will be followed by the drilling operation, how it is done on a workpiece. So now let us move towards the actual parts of this radial drilling machine. Okay, so now let us see the different parts of the radial drilling machine. Starting with the very first one, that is known as the base. This is known as the base of the radial drilling machine, which is made up of the grey cast iron casting. Why? Because this blade is used to absorb the load of the whole drilling machine, because the load of this whole drilling machine is based on this particular bed. So that is the first part of the radial drilling machine. Next, second comes the vertical column. This is your vertical column, by which on this there is one head is given. Why this head is used? This head can be adjusted up and down. It can be done manual as well as it can be done automatic with the help of this motor. So this head can be moved up and down on this particular column. Now the third comes, that is the radial arm. You can see over here. This is your radial arm. Radial arm is used to take the movement in this particular direction. This column is used in this particular way, and whereas the radial arm is giving the motion in the perpendicular way, or you can say horizontal movement is given by the radial arm, vertical movement is given by this column. So this is the second one. The third movement which is given, that is known as an angular movement. So angular movement can be given, that means the whole machine can be moved in any of the direction. So the movement of that particular thing, this is the head. This is the drilling head which is there, and with the help of this, which we can see, by taking this lever we can move it. So this is the main interior of this particular radial drilling machine. The motor, whenever we start whenever we give the power to this motor, it will allow this particular movement of the gear, and this is the cone and pulley type of the movement. So these different speeds can be adjusted by moving this blade on according to the required motion. And by moving this lever particular, we can move the particular whole radial arm in any of the direction. So you can see over here, we can get the three motion. That is why it is known as a radial drilling machine, because this machine only gives you any of the direction movement: horizontal, vertical, and then circular. So 360 degree angle, wherever your component is there, you can go for this thing. Maximum, the highest capacity of the drilling can be given with the help of this thing. It is having 1 to 35 mm diameter holes can be generated with the help of this drill bit. This drill bit is given, or it is hang on the chuck, and this chuck is handed over to this particular thing, that is a drilling head, and the motion to this tool is given by this particular thing. And over here you can see, this is the work table on which we are placing the workpiece. This is the thing or the machine in which always your work table is kept on the base. Otherwise, as we have seen in the sensitive drilling, it is hang on the clamp. But over here you can see it is always there on the bed, and on which there is a vise, and in which we have inserted our workpiece. So we can adjust the thing. You can see with the help of this movement we can adjust the thing of the tool, and wherever we require a particular hole we can set the tool over there, and we can just by moving this thing it can go in this pattern. So this 3 motion can be adjusted, and wherever you want to drill the material, take your tool over there and then adjust it, fix it, and then just insert the drill inside the workpiece and our drilling can be done. So now let us see the drilling of this particular thing, that is of a workpiece, how a drilling can be done with the help of this radial drilling machine. In this way you can see over here that the radial drilling machine, with a very much ease you can drill any of the hole in any of the material. As you can see, the load and the particularly performance of this material is very high, so this is used to take any of the drilling bit, whatever the stationary thing or the object on which you cannot perform any of the thing, that means any of the other drilling operations are not done by the other drilling machines, a hole can be generated by this thing, and with a very much ease on a metal or any of the sample you can go for the drilling operation with the help of this radial drilling machine.